My mother-in-law fixed my wedding dress without permission, so I wore the original to my wedding anyway. My mother-in-law cut up my dream wedding dress behind my back to fix the ugly parts. Yesterday, I walked down the aisle in my ruined dress exactly as it was apparent in her face when she realized what I'd done was worth every penny of the rush alterations I paid to restore it. I found my perfect dress 6 months ago, panned a vintage-inspired gown with delicate lace overlay and an open back. It wasn't traditional, but it made me feel beautiful. My fiancé's mother, Eleanor, made her opinions clear from the moment I showed her photos. A proper bride should look elegant, not like she's heading to a nightclub. I politely thanked her for her input and moved on, or so I thought. 2 weeks before the wedding, Eleanor offered to store my dress at her house to keep it safe and away from my fiancé's curious eyes. Against my better judgment, I agreed. She seemed so sincere about wanting to be involved, and I was trying to build a relationship with her. 3 days before the wedding, I went to pick up my dress for final alterations. Eleanor greeted me with a champagne flute and a strange smile. "I have a little surprise for you," she said, leading me to the guest bedroom. "I know you're busy with everything, so I took the liberty of making some small improvements to your dress." When she unveiled it, I nearly collapsed. She'd sewn a modesty panel over the open back, added cap sleeves where there were none, and removed some of the delicate beading she found too flashy. My dream dress was unrecognizable. "What have you done?" I whispered, tears filling my eyes. "Oh, darling, I fixed it. Now you'll look like a proper bride, not some Instagram dorada." John's grandmother will be so relieved. I left without saying another word, the mutilated dress in my arms. I called my fiancé, sobbing. To his credit, he was furious on my behalf, but kept insisting. She meant well, she's just old-fashioned. That night, I contacted every seamstress in a 50-mile radius. I found one who agreed to work overnight to restore my dress to its original design. It cost me an extra $1,200 I didn't have, but I didn't care. The day of the wedding, Eleanor arrived early to help me get ready. She immediately noticed the garment bag from the original bridal shop. "What's that?" she asked suspiciously. "My wedding dress," I replied calmly, "but I gave you your dress yesterday, the improved version." I looked her directly in the eyes. "I am wearing my original dress, Eleanor, the one I chose." Her face cycled through shock, anger, and finally, a saccharine smile. "Well, it's too late to fix it now. I suppose everyone will just have to see you as you are." "Yes," I agreed. When I walked down the aisle in my perfectly restored dress, I locked eyes with Eleanor in the front row. The look of utter disbelief as she recognized my original design was more satisfying than I can describe. At the reception, she cornered me by the bathroom. "You humiliated me on purpose," she hissed. "After all I did to help you." I smiled serenely. "I wore the dress I always intended to wear, but thank you for teaching me an important lesson about our boundaries going forward." My husband later told me his mother complained I was disrespectful and ungrateful. He simply showed her the bill for the emergency alterations and asked her to reimburse me. She hasn't spoken to either of us in 3 weeks. Some people mistake control for love. I am glad I learned the difference before saying I do to the whole family.